What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is one of those days where I have a little bit of free time to kill in the morning and I'm trying to figure out what to do with myself. And I was like, you know what? You've packed a lovely work bag, but you don't know if you have everything you need, so you might as well film a what's in my bag. And as always, because it is me, don't worry, there's still representation of books in this video. For those of you that are new here, welcome to the channel. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much for being here. It means the absolute world to me to create this bookish community with you guys. And without any ado, let's get started. It's reading time here at JBay's Corner. Recently, I've been really loving giant totes that I can just throw things in and then throw into the car. Preferably something that has a sturdy material, but not necessarily leather. So I've been really loving some of the raffia bags that I have, and I was carrying quite a few of them. But now that we're officially kind of moving away from summer and into fall, I was like, I kind of need a fall representation of a bag. And this bag in no way, shape, or form represents fall, but it is a more sturdy leather. So this is the bag that we have been taking to work lately, and I love this little keychain. I've been obsessed with Vivian lately, so she has come back out to play. And this bag, for those who have it, for those who know it, it is a massive hole. Basically, you just throw all your stuff in and it will fit anything you may possibly need. I do tend to keep everything covered inside of the bag within dust bags and things like that, just to keep everything safe. So just makes life a little bit easier. At this point, I'm just going to randomly pull things out of this bag and see what we find. So the first thing I have in here is my pouch. Now in this pouch, I also have my little hair clip connected because you never know when you might need a hair clip, if a hair clip breaks. I typically keep something inside of my hair when I'm going around work because I wear a hairnet. So no dust from the care that I'm doing on people's feet gets into my hair or things like that. I just like to be safe, protected, covered, and as clean as possible. So for that reason, I always have a hair clip with me. Inside of this pouch, we have everything you could possibly need in the go bag. This is the go bag. So we have tissues because yours truly has severe allergies in California, and I just have to figure out how I'm gonna get around it. I have a little bit of hand sanitizers. This is the Black Cherry Merlot. This is my favorite scent from Bath and Body Works. If those, can you tell books are on my mind? From Bath and Body Works, if anyone is interested in a good hand sanitizer and they don't mind a stronger scent, this is still a great option. And I know Bath and Body Works still carries these, but they're so cheap, they're easy to carry around, and they do give you a great scent. The only thing is they are slightly on the bulkier side, so just keep that in mind when you're throwing it inside of a bag. I also then have two different types of hair ties. We have the skinny hair tie if I want to braid my hair or something like that, and then I have my giant scrunchie if I want to put my hair up or I just want a more cozy look for the hair. I also have a couple of snack packs because you never know. So these are the Stellar Mini Pretzel Braids by Maui Monk that you literally get on the Southwest flights. And so when I don't eat them on the Southwest flight, I usually just keep them with me. I also have my husband bring me his if he doesn't eat them on the plane because they really come in handy when you can just throw them into the handbag. I have some Vaseline Lip Therapy Rosy Lips in here. This I was using a lot because of the weather changes that happen here in California. So whenever the weather gets really dry, my lips do chap. So I had that for that reason. I also have some basic Carmex. This is my go-to, easy to use, fast, simple chapstick. I also have more lip products. I don't know why I need them, but I do. EOS. This is the EOS birthday cake chapstick, which I absolutely love. I actually put this on and then I eat it. So I don't use it as often anymore because it's kind of ridiculous to be eating your chapstick. Then I have in here the Tower 28 lip gloss that I was given at my friend's bachelorette. We were throwing her a bachelorette and she decided to make us all gifts because she goes above and beyond and she's too sweet. And she may be watching this video. And for that, I will say I finally tried this. It was incredible. I'm very impressed by the quality. I'm impressed by how sheer it goes on, how light it feels on the lips. Very impressive. Tower 28, guys. Check it out. Then I have in here hand lotion. This is also hand lotion that I picked up from some random hotel, but you know, you never know when your hands are gonna crack. I have in here a hairbrush because my family, there are many times when I overbook myself, and so I end up needing to do a quick spruce before I run into wherever I'm going. So it's really nice to just have that handy dandy hairbrush with a mirror on it. And then last but not least, I have some coconut floss inside of here, just in case. You never know. You never know. The next thing I have in here is a little pouch. I do keep it inside of a dust bag just to keep it protected. And inside of here, I have my little case. Now, I love the little designs on these, which is why I have been collecting the design ones for a while. But inside of here, I have a basic notebook. So in this notebook, I kind of like keep little notes. I also want to start journaling, like personal journaling. So I've been doing that. This is like all the notes for the meeting we had about my brother's wedding coming up, where there's just a lot of things that need to happen. But I just love the little designs, and I love how it's very California. Then I have in here, sadly, these days, my passport cover. I feel like you never know. And with the work I do and the places I end up, you just, again, never know. It does also have all of my health insurance cards and my vaccine records if any of the facilities I go to need that information. This particular design was inspired by a trip my husband and I took to Cabo. It was our first trip that we ever took together, and so I just love the fact that it kind of reminisces that beach vibe. Then I have in here wallet, like you never know when you might need a wallet, so just some basic cards and stuff in there. But that is what is inside this pouch. I love the interior. I love how pretty it is. I love how organized it is, and then I just get to throw all of these things back in here, and they're all protected, which is the goal of what we are trying to do. So yay. And then that just clips back together and it's ready to go. So I throw this back into its little cover so it doesn't get dirty or messy and it's not screaming inside of the handbag. So that was the second thing that goes into the bag. Next up inside of here, I have the iPad. Now this I absolutely love. I use it for work purposes. It is incredible. I love the fact that it is this beautiful pink colored case. The iPad itself is yellow. That's why it has a yellow pencil. But this actually comes in handy. The keyboard works really well. The iPad is like nice and easy to use. It can easily connect to my phone. So I oftentimes use this to do my notes in between patients, or if I have a little bit of a gap and I'm working at one facility and they're taking their lunch, then I can always use it then. But in general, it just comes in really handy for use. The next thing I have in here is a pencil case. This has been actually showcased in a different video before when I was packing for home, but I love the fact that you can just fit a ton of pens and pencils inside of this. So inside of this, I have a crazy amount of pencils and pens actually. So I have lead, 0.5 lead for the mechanical pencils that are in here in case I decide I want to sketch or draw. I have my little eraser, and then I also have pens. Now these particular pens are just absolutely amazing. They're fine tip pens, which I love. So I don't know if you can tell that that's a fine tip. Let me see if I can't get it to focus. But even though it looks like a ballpoint coming up, the actual tip is very, very fine. So the ink goes on beautifully, and I love a good fine tip pen. And then I also have some mechanical pencils. Both of them are pink because I'm in my pink era these days, apparently. And then I also have these lovely guys. These are fine tip dark black markers that are fine tip on one side and then highlighters on the other end. So they come in great for annotations, reading books, things like that. And so I absolutely adore this little pencil case and just carrying all of it around with me because you never know when you might need a pencil. You never know when you might need a pen. And let's just say anytime someone needs something to sign a check at a restaurant, or if they've gone with me somewhere and they don't have a writing utensil with them and they need it right away, usually I have them covered. The next item I have in here is this little small guy. I absolutely love this print. It's the little cherry blossom print. I just think it's so cute. But inside of here, I have all of the decorative / electronic items that I might need. So I have some whiteout because, again, doctors make mistakes and we write with notes or oftentimes with pen. So, you never know. I also have in here some washi tape that is just really misbehaving currently. So I might switch this out with a different one. But this is the lovely book tape that I have. It has like various books on it, which I just think is so cute to decorate like my little journal if I want to while I'm doing notes. Then I have in here like the the Harry Potter themed washi tape as well that has like the owls and the Hedwigs and all that kind of stuff. We have some thinner washi tape because again, you never know. And then I have annotation tabs in here. And then I have more annotation tabs in here. I have a battery pack. This has both the the lightning charger as well as the USB-C, so it just comes in really handy for most devices. And then I also have the connection cord. The plug for this is actually inside the zipped compartment of the bag, which I can show you guys in just a second. But love, love, love having all of these little things on me so that if I do run out of battery, even on the iPad, if I run out of battery, I have a way to charge it so that I can get whatever work I need to get done. The next item I have in here is an agenda. I love this tiny little guy. I like the fact that I can just like jot all my notes down. I did recently buy a different one of these. I do plan on selling this one, but I absolutely love the size, the texture, the vibes. But I found another one that has a little print on it, so I got that one instead, and I will be selling this one. But I absolutely love it. One of the biggest things that helped though is I upgraded the rings on this, and I think the ring size makes a huge difference because this is a 16mm ring rather than the 8mm ring this usually comes with. The nice thing about this is you can also put credit cards in here. You can also have your tabs, and I love the fact that I have like all these different sections to just jot down notes. This is like the on-the-go notes that I may have or on-the-go thoughts that I may have, so it's great for making like memos, lists, things like that. Next up, I have some sunglasses. This is a thicker case, but I absolutely love these little sunnies. They are the perfect little yellow tortoise plastic sunglasses, and they're huge. They just cover your whole face. So I feel like if I just don't want to be disturbed or I really need to block the light because I drive a lot for work, I feel like this comes in so handy to just block that light. And I just love the fact that I have a pair of glasses on me at all times. I also just keep sunglasses in my car. So like, God forbid, if I don't bring a bag with me, I'm still covered in that regard. But sunglasses, I feel like, are just so important. The back pocket inside of this bag has a lot of stuff in it that actually needs to be cleaned out. So I have in here the headphones, which I really do like using. I do think they come in handy. And I just absolutely adore the fact that these are so easy to use. I also have in here an additional cord. This is the type of charger that my Nook uses, so I still carry this around with me sometimes, just in case I want to charge that if I'm carrying it. I have the little plug for the other cables I had shown you to charge some of my devices. I had a few extra pens, but I may actually replace these at this point, but I might just keep one pen inside of the bag just for, you know, safety. This used to be our old company, Southwest Foot and Ankle, and Southwest Austin Foot and Ankle, and it was my first grown-up big girl job, and I remember just loving every single person in that company. Everyone was like young, everyone was in their like 30s, everyone was of different diverse backgrounds. It was just really fun group to work with. It was like 4 doctors all together, and we just had a blast. I also have wired headphones in here just in case the other headphones die, because you never know when you're listening to a book or music or other such things. So that's in the back pocket. We're just gonna zip her back up. And last but not least, my book. So right now I'm currently reading The Teller of Small Fortunes. This is the book we are reading for my book club. It's by Julie Luong. This particular version is from Fairy Loot. I absolutely adore this particular version of the book. It's just so pretty. I love the pinks and the greens. It just makes me really happy. The inside covers of this book is also gorgeous. This is the original cover on the book, if anyone is looking. And they have this cover, and they have a different version as well, I think, with her in her actual traveling, what is it called? Traveling, I'm trying to think, like Wizard of Oz, or not Wizard of Oz, I'm trying to think of Lord of the Rings. What is the cart? There we go. It's a traveling cart, and it has all of her magic supplies in it. This is the hardcover of this book. It's just so pretty. I love these hanging lanterns, which is also why I chose this bookmark, because I just think it goes. And then here is the inside cover on the front and the inside cover on the back. Absolutely stunning. And the painted edges. And I do believe this book has been signed by the author. So she actually wrote a note and signed it at the bottom, which I thought was super sweet. So very, very, very excited to continue reading this book. I just kind of got into the book and just started it. So I'm learning about the distinctions between the two different groups of people living in this land, and that her background is associated with magic and fortune telling and predictions. And so she's received with respect and honor, but also with a sense of foreboding. And so she never stays in one place for too long. She's constantly nomadic on the road, and she's still trying to figure out her place in society right now. So really, really loving this book and very much looking forward to seeing where it goes. And that does bring me to the end of the video. Thank you so much if you made it this far with me. I realize this is not a classic video that I put out on this channel. I've probably done maybe 3, maybe 4 of these before, but I'm very nosy. I love to know what people have in their bags. I love to know what people take with them whenever they're traveling or going other places. And I do feel like my travel bag and my work bag have very similar items in them, but this is typically what I need just for a day-to-day of work, especially if I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and sit down and do all that work stuff that I need to get done. And it is heavy. It is heavy, but I love it, and I love carrying all of these things with me. But as we all know, typically this is primarily a bookish channel. Definitely stick around. There are some other random videos just kind of talking about the month of September. A lot of stuff happened in September. And then for October, it's wedding season. We have some amazing weddings coming up in the month of October. My brother's wedding is coming up. My best friend's wedding is coming up. Dance practices, decor, all that stuff is going to be there. And I'll definitely be doing a vlog on all of those things, just because I think even for me, it would just be nice to have the memories captured. So those will be coming up. But outside of that, we will be continuing in the bookish tradition. I'll be doing some of my favorite author reviews. So I'll be doing a Fredrik Backman review this month, who I think is just absolutely wonderful and perfect for the fall season and is truly just captured my heart. I am planning on reading TJ Klune again and finishing up all the books that he's written thus far, and I'm very excited for that series review. Just a lot of fun, really amazing series reviews coming up. Also with October season coming in, we're going to be seeing more of the vampires and the fae and magic systems, and also, of course, all the crazy stalker romances that are out there now. Thrillers, all of that stuff is going to be coming up soon. So definitely stick around if that sounds like it is something you're interested in. For those of you that are new here, if this sounds interesting to you and you are interested in being part of the community and sharing even more videos on bookish related topics, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell. I put out videos every Wednesday and Sunday. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much again for being here. It means the absolute world to me. It's so exciting to be able to share all of the love and joy for books with you guys. And I just find this community to be so rewarding and so kind and so loving. Definitely leave me comments below of your favorite things to take with you when you go to work, as well as some of the books that you guys are looking forward to reading in the fall. And I definitely plan on looking into all of those comments. That being said, wherever you are, whether it's morning, evening, or night, I hope you're safe. I hope you're loved. I hope your family is there with you, surrounding you with joy and happiness. And I hope you have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys on the flip side with the next video. Bye, guys.